Good morning, everyone. I'm Amy with Sugar Hill Art Studio, and welcome to the Art and Craft Showcase. All right, so there are a few things. I can't pin them right now because my laptop is not working, but there's a couple of things that I want to remind you all of, like the fun ornament exchange. Okay, so I'm going to post that in if you're watching the replay. Or if you're live, just as soon as I'm done, I will pop in the link for the, sorry about that, the sign-up sheet to join the ornament exchange. Super fun. There's quite a few people in there already. So that's number one. Number two, we have the market happening on the 15th. So that's going to be super fun too. That's a separate event. You'll see that. Get on in there and join. Is there no sound for everybody? Can you guys hear me? I know Dixie's saying, good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Dixie. Can you guys hear me? That would be weird if there's no sound. I'm going to kind of wait. You can hear me. Okay, good. So Dixie, I think it's on your end, honey. Sorry. Got that lingering cold kind of just happening. All right. So, so happy. Some of you are popping on. If you're watching the replay, just hashtag replay. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm sorry, guys. I drank tea and everything before this. Good morning, Deb. How are you? All right, so I hope you have your coffee, your tea, even if you're getting ready. If you're not creating right now, oh, Kelly, thank you. That's so sweet of you to say. If you're not creating now, this is one of those projects that's actually good to pre-watch and then gather your stuff and create. It might be a little tricky to keep up with or have everything ready. Like, I have quite a few things prepped. Good morning, Dottie. Is it chilly? It was cold here. I had to run the kids to school and it was only 47, and that's cold in Virginia, and it was windy. It was windy. All right, I'm going to take another sip. We're going to flip down and we're going to start working, because once you do one, right, I feel like with everything, you have thousands of ideas for more, right? So possibilities are endless. All right, guys. I'm sorry, I don't always like to drink in front of you. Hi, Tracy. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Debbie. All right, so let me flip you. I know, and it always looks weird on me, but let's get you flipped and down so you can see what we're working on and zoomed in. And I really can't wait to, I don't want to zoom in that far. All right, I think we're good. Let's get this old girl up and running. It's really, really difficult without a laptop right now. I can tell you that. Okay, I can see everything. Here we go. All that hair of mine out of there. All right. So, I believe I'll be able to see all of your comments. I'm not in oh, it's 39 in Texas. Oh, that is cold, Deb. That is cold. Okay. So I do think those of you that are able to pop on this morning, I know it's super early. It's just one of those crazy weeks, and today didn't go as planned. All right. Crazy lighting. So I sent out the little supply list, and there is this printable. Okay, we're going to work on this. I printed it on cardstock because I'm going to watercolor. Just wanted to show you. And I might regret, I might have wanted this. This might be better. It's only 30 in Ohio. I don't miss living upstate. Dixie. Somebody could type into her if she like logs off and logs back on, or like closes out. Okay, so burlap, These mini canvases, I'm so addicted to them. Let's start creating. Like I said, this is one of those projects that's easier easier done in a, like if you watch it first. But you guys are all pretty creative. I'm going to use just parchment. These canvases, right? We talked about this before if you've ever watched me. Are cheap. They're pretty cheap canvases, and so we want to prime them. Give them a little love, and when we dry them, that will toughen up. See how much give is there? How loose they are? That was a lot of paint that I put on here too. Whoops. So we're going to give this canvas a little bit of love to get it primed. So, like I said, I just use parchment instead of plain white, but I have used the plain white with the glitter. You'll see. You'll see. And I guess over here we're going to just kind of take some of that paint off. This brown paper will make great, great under paper, great junk journaling after I'm done, because you know after a couple of days this will be a mess. Okay, so tell me what else is happening, what else is going on. Let me see what I have. Look behind the emojis and see if the sound isn't muted. Oh, that's a good idea, Angela. It could very well be. He said to log off and log back in. Yeah, sometimes if you like close the video, it really helps with the sound. And I hope your video, everybody's video isn't skipping. I have fantastic internet. Okay, so even though I could have prepped this and dried it before I started working on the ones that I did, like that Santa, yeah, he was my prepped piece. But that's okay, because I want to show you, if you have a dryer, they're really handy after you get this painted, and you could just use gesso too if you wanted. But just get your prime base down, and you're going to dry it, and you're going to dry that back, because that's going to help shrink the canvas and make it tighter. Oops, too hot. See how that paint is starting to bubble? This one's really loose, pretty beat up. Let's see what we can do. And it doesn't matter that much on these because I do put the burlap over the top. But I want to tighten it just a bit. Okay. Super fun. I love burlap. Burlap is simple, it's cheap, it's everywhere. You can see how technical I am, right? About measuring. I don't want a perfect square. I don't want it to be perfectly straight, right? I want the grungy look, which means that things aren't perfect. So here's what we're going to do. I'm kind of cut it a little bit crooked, a little bit. I did that on purpose. All right, and then we're just going to pull out some of the ends, which is why I didn't use this nice, I do like this nice stitch, like I'll cut that off and I'll keep that in my bits box, because that will be fantastic at the bottom of a tag, or as a skirt, right? Think of all the things we could use that for. Oh yeah. So we're just gonna pull off, kind of keep it random. Super simple, right? And then we're gonna grunge this up. I don't know what to do about the lighting. All right, I have 24 karat gold because it's a favorite. Don't know many people that don't love it. I love it. It's a fave, and I am going to just dip in the cap, right? And I am just going to hit some of these parts the beauty, like I think what I love about this look, not only are the vintage images or the trees or the simplicity, but glitzing up something that's pretty basic. I think there's a lot to be said in that grungy glitter look, right? Shabby, what do they call it? Shabby chic, right? So, not everywhere, very random. We've got that down. All right, while that's kind of drying a little bit, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my ruler and I'm gonna rip. We're just gonna rip a little bit. I am gonna take this Merry Christmas out of here, because that might be one of the words that I want to use. So I'll just rip that out, set that aside, and let me grab a smidge of coffee. All right, coffee or tea. Hi, Jessica, how are you this morning? Hi, Linda. Oh, there's lots of you. Hi, Jeannie. I haven't seen you guys. I learned better without my sound. Where did I find what, Tammy? All right, so coffee, tea, whatever it is, right? Throw it down. I'm gonna grab this just so I don't get that too soaked. And do you see how I'm kind of just splatting it? Okay, it's because I don't want it perfect. This works, so I will end up tearing this, and I do like a more worn look, and this is cardstock. So I kind of wish it was on the plain paper. We'll see how the cardstock works. I think it's going to be loose enough, but I wanted the cardstock just so it was a little bit thicker for our trees. Loving this to see where we're going. Missed the beginning, surprise me. Jeannie, you can figure it out. Did you see the finished project? So there are these just layered up, grungy, glittery ornaments. Super fun. Super, super fun. Okay. I could sit and do this all day long. All here, grabbing some watercolor paints, whether I'm going to be completely on, what am I trying to say? I want to say I don't want them perfect. You can do you can grab markers and color these in. This is entirely up to you if you choose to do the trees. But I like to kind of dab them in. I've got my watercolors over here, kind of just making up some colors as we go along. Let's get this one. We're going to fussy cut these after, so I can be messy. Okay, you could do this just straight on watercolor paper, which is typically what I would do. I'm gonna grab a little bit of yellow just to put that there for right now. Let's go back to the green. Let's go straight with this one. This is the tree that I used in the sample. This one here. I love them. Love them, love them. Let's kind of go straight old school, some green. And maybe layer this one. You never know what they're going to look like until the end. So I recommend kind of plain, throwing on a bunch of different colors, seeing what it looks like. Do a little splatter. We'll end up with some splatter on our words, but that's okay. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, just a couple things. Yes, this printable is out and available for anyone. So I'm just gonna kind of splotch on a little bit more, but I'm not, like I said, not too worried about it. I am going to get a little star in there. I'll do this star, maybe hit these little candle lights. You can be much more intentional than I am. I'd like to do a lot of it after. I'm going to get in my red here. And now my tree's still wet, so there's a good chance that as I'm in there doing that, I think I'm gonna do that one after. There's a good chance that could run in. It's kind of, maybe kind of, like I said, no right or wrong, but we've got some color on there now. All right, get that awful sounding dryer back out. All right, anybody have questions while I'm drying again? Hi, Gloria, good morning. I apologize again, guys. Hattie, thank you. Good morning, Charlotte. The Dixie. Yeah, get that coffee going. Somebody asked what that was. Thank you, guys. I love this group. I love how helpful and encouraging everybody is. Here's the copy on the water, or on the music sheet. And I did size these so that everything is cut down or miniatured down to fit on our 3x3. So you could adjust it if you needed to. That's not bad. This one's still pretty damp. The coffee takes a little while longer. I love to put it outside in the sun. I do a bunch of them, set them outside on my back deck and let them kind of just dry. Sometimes I'll crinkle them up. This is still a little wet, but that's okay. It'll tear beautifully. All right, I'll set that aside, and I'm just going to play a little bit with these layers here. And my sizing. So because it's wet, it's gonna tear nice and easily, which I like. And I'm gonna start bigger. Like, I know I'm not gonna need all of this. And I'm kind of just following. Just tear, and be mindful, if you tear further away, you're gonna have more of the white. If you tear away from you, right, you're getting rid of that piece. Let's pay it like so. There is always a little bit of intentional use, right? So like here, I want to tear it and lay it in a interesting manner, okay? I don't want to leave this edge perfectly square and this and cover it up. And I mean, you could, it depends on what you want, what you like. So just pay attention as you lay down what you want. And in hindsight, in the end, it doesn't matter exactly how you put things down. Like, I think this music sheet is upside down. Doesn't matter. Do you notice it? No. So it depends on your image. I love this PVA glue. I use it a lot. I'm going to kind of lay a little bit down. I do need a smaller container. So I'm just gonna lay a little bit of it down and brush it on. You can use Mod Podge, it'll work. A hot glue gun will work. Any glue, except for a glue stick, I would say, would kind of work pretty well. So I am going to that a little sideways. And then we are going to get our glue on our music sheet. And I'm just gluing over a little side piece of paper. Oops, I did it again. See, I'm in such a rush. Okay, I'm going to grab my Distress inks or my ink pad. If you don't have one, you can use a marker, you can use colored pencil. And I'm just gonna go along the edges. I just want a little bit of that grunge. And we'll play with it. I put glue on it, so we'll play with it more in a minute here. Okay. And what do we think? Glue that down. Okay. What do we have here? I know I'm missing a lot of comments and I apologize. Oh, yay, I'm so happy so many of you popped in here this morning. If you don't have, most of you that have been watching me probably have bought these. If you don't, even if you just go buy one, highly recommend it. In any brown and a black, you will use them 1,000 times over. You'll see how many times I use it today. Okay, so now I'm trying not to keep you guys forever this morning. We'll see how we do. I don't know. What do you think? Do we have a favorite? Dang, I'm late because I have no concept of time, especially in the morning. Like, I get ya, especially in the morning. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one I like. Do you guys have a favorite? Because I'll totally go with your favorite. Sometimes when you cut them out, you don't even have to fussy cut them all right away. But when you cut them out and kind of play, you see what look you feel like going for. This by far is my favorite tree, the one that I've already used. I love it because it's got that very Scandinavian feel to it, right? With the candles on it, and I do love that one. I can't help it. We might stick with that. And we've got words. I'm not really more of a Merry Christmas, but this Happy Holidays looks kind of cute too. Okay, anybody have a vote? Good morning, Anna Bird. I haven't seen you in a while. Either on the left, top left. I don't know. This one? Or are you guys backwards? You want me to go with this one? Okay, here, this is what we're gonna do. Papers everywhere. What do you guys think? One, two, 3, or 4? I switched them all around though now. So 1, 2, 3, or 4. What's our vote? 1, 2, 3. Or 4. 1, 3. Something tells me that this is not going to end up top right now too. Okay, you do like that one. Jeannie, that one looks like you. I could see you doing some fantastic things with that design. 1 or 4. 1. You guys like this basic one? 2, 4, 2. See, it's like a dead tie. I don't know. Is anybody on? Deb, are you counting? Can you even tell? Like, if there's a majority, can anybody tell if there's a majority? 4, 3. That's hilarious. Okay, so that's, now you know why when I was getting the printable up, there's 4 very different styles here. And I love how all of you, like that this is a pretty even split, right? I love that. With all these fun ornament ideas, you shared design. Oh, thank you, Deb. Yeah, when I first popped on, I couldn't get the link in, so, and I knew you'd be in here, so. Okay, so I think it's 1 that the majority, and this one will be fun. So fussy cutting, hold your scissors, right? I like big scissors, and this is why. Because you just squeeze the scissors shut, and you are moving your non-scissored hands to fussy cut around, okay? So you really, the paper's still a little damp, but it's fine. So you're moving your paper, not your scissors. And you can be as precise or as messy as you want in this as well. I'm leaving a little bit of a white on the edge because I'm gonna dingy it up. The other secret is to put a piece of paper behind this to get, even though this is cardstock, it's not super duper thick, right? It's got a lot of bend to it, and I'm gonna show you another little favorite tip for things like this. You can use it with anything, right? It doesn't have to be the tree. You could do any design you want. I'm going to show you when we stick it, and I'm going to show you right here in a minute with Santa. I'm going to leave a little bit. So scooch that paper around. Makes life easier. I saw some things happening, but I don't know. I'm so missing out on this conversation. Good morning, Bonnie. Okay, let's see. These are actually just cut up vanilla envelopes. But I don't want to go with yellow, orange, or red. But you'll see, I'll tell you 1,000 times over, never throw anything away. All right, let me just grab a green. Somewhere, I know I have it. Okay, you can take 2 routes. You can do scrap paper, or you can go plain, simple. Your choice. Your choice. But here's, can you see on Santa how he's got a little bit of red behind him? Okay. And that was just a basic image, okay? Done on flimsy cardstock, and then I backed it up on heavier cardstock. This one I cut closer, but it does have another sheet, so it's nice and thick and sturdy. And because they're popped out a little bit, it helps. But can you see that difference? So we're gonna go with plain green because I think it needs this. I think it needs the nice brightness. Sorry, I'm constantly clearing my throat here, guys. I'm so sorry. And I'm just going to, again, if you have Mod Podge, use Mod Podge for this. I'm just using the glue because it tends to dry a little bit faster. And I want to make sure I get all these edges good and glued down. All right, so it's Friday. Does anybody have any crazy plans this weekend? I know the holiday. I'm so sorry, guys. I know the holiday festivities are really starting. Now, I know this is a little tedious for some of you to you know, constantly be fussy cutting, but it pays off in the end. Anybody have any big weekends? Are there holiday things starting? Anybody started? I know I always ask like 6 questions at once. But all these questions go through my head all the time while I'm teaching you, and then I stop for a minute and I drill them on you and just ask you all these questions all at once. I know some of the bazaars are happening. Lights are going up, I'm noticing. And I've been in Virginia for 3 years. Those of you that have followed me for a while know that we've traveled and lived all over the country because we were a full-time RV family for my husband's job for 8 years. With that came, you know, living in 44 states over those 8 years and being in a lot of different climates and cultures, right? Look at that. Look how that green. Oh, see that? Isn't that fantastic? Can you guys see how that bright green just pops in there? So going through and living in so many different places. I'm originally from upstate New York, so I am used to snow. I don't mind the snow. I'm going to start with this is called iced spruce. It's kind of like a green, but it still has that dark in there. And being in Virginia Beach now, it's always weird for me to kind of readjust. Although this year, I'm ready more than I've ever been before. All right, Q-tips are one of my favorites too, because we can get in here. And I just want to dingy it up, but I'm adding in even more color again, okay? So while I love that bright green, I still want a little dinge, little grunge look. That's just my style. Okay. I miss the holiday markets. I know. I'm teaching a painted sleigh class on Sunday. Those are fun. All the sleighs are huge this year. I want to find an old pair of ice skates, and I want to paint ice skates really badly. Bright green. Be right back. Ooh, Florida sounds nice. You did 2.5 years, Leah? I don't think I knew that. Yes, I miss that minimalism lifestyle. Like, majorly miss it. A lot. I don't know what this one is going to look like. It may have cut off more than I wanted to, or like I said, I don't typically. There. That one might be kind of cute. Let's do this one more straight. I like to lay everything out. I could have torn these too. That probably would have been better. Love, peace, and joy. I kind of like that one too. I like it white with the splatter. Let's splatter a little bit more on there. So I just grabbed it, and of course I went over the love and not on the side that I wanted it to go on. I'm just gonna dab a little bit of that, but I like it. I like the yellow and green in there. Okay, just hanging out working on different craft projects. The craft fairs are a lot of hard work. They really, really are. Okay, we're gonna go back to brown. I might even have, that's the what? So kind of load, offload, just to get some of that real bright white. And you could use a cotton ball, a foam sponge. I happened to stumble on this in a pack on discount for a really great price. That's why I have it. All right. So, what am I? Let's make the tree pretty. What do we want to do to the tree? Let's make the tree pretty. What if we take a little gel pen? This is where your individuality and your style starts to come in. You know, if I want to leave this just as a plain tree. I want that to pop out a little bit. And I can't not put glitter on. So I'm just going to, I love like when you put this glitter glue on, how it just really, it's got a lot of green to it anyways, which is why I decided to go with this. Kind of takes away a little bit of that grunge look, but it just adds such a pretty pop, doesn't it? Look at that. Can you see that? Okay. I should have put that down first. You guys know I do this all the time. So while I'm drying this, I wanted to show you, if you're not into, like really into this grungy look, I started playing with some, I have the glitter over white paint and a piece of fabric that I tore. And I have just a couple of different pieces. Or, you know, that's just straight printed. Or look at, I have these stickers I found in my stash. How adorable is that? Like maybe with the tree in the background. And then the bear. You see where I'm going with that? See how simple? Or what you, I mean, you can do so many things. Maybe some glitter snow on the bottom. What do you guys think? So if you didn't want to, now I personally think that getting this, doing the watercolors and the painting is super fun, but look at how cute those stickers are on there. Yes? Do you guys agree with me? Isn't that cute? Super cute. And he's got, they have like, I don't know where this came from, but there's like little packages, but that just gives me the idea, if you didn't have the stickers, make packages, even with cardboard, right? Because there's some good depth to that. We could go on forever, my friends. You know that. All right, dollar store, glue dots. Glue dots. And kind of just place them. Now, I have this cut out because on the back of that Santa, because he was kind of bigger, I used the remnants, right? Like you'll see I have this little 4-pack. There'll be 6. And I used that too because it's still sticky and it's still 3D in his, like in the middle of him. Kind of just sticking it around the edges here. And let's turn this over. Let's do a little bit more grunge. Let's do it with this. And grunge and the glitter. Can you guys see the, I'm trying to get it near the light so you can kind of hopefully see how glittery that is. I love glitter glue because it's all the glitter without the mess. But I do love regular glitter too. That'll be happening. I'm just gonna dot that a little bit more. And let's get this on. I'm just gonna kind of move her a little bit. So I did go to the dollar store yesterday. I think it was yesterday. We're gonna off-center it a little bit. And they didn't have much. I don't know, do you guys have a lot happening in your dollar store right now? Or are you a little bit on the quiet side of things as well? There really wasn't much. I was looking for stickers because I think the dollar store is like the best place to get stickers for our projects. You see that? Look at how fun. How fun. Okay. So now finishing. This one I left plain. I grunged up a little bit, and I'll probably grunge a little bit more, and we'll do that. But I left the sides painted. This one was pretty beat up, so I glued ribbon along the edge. Okay? Tara, I know you have that craft fair. Oh my goodness, you guys are commenting. I can't wait to go back and read all these comments. Nothing on the shelves, but they're stock. Yeah, there weren't even boxes there last night. So your choice, you know, if you have some fun ribbon or whatever. I hot glued this around. This one I left plain. This one probably needs the ribbon. Well, it doesn't look too bad. It's got a little, you know, sometimes they're just messed there. All right. So again, with the possibilities, right? First things first, we're going to grab that ruler. And you can do it by eye, and I typically do, but they're 3 inches, right? Half of 3 inches, 1.5. So I'm just gonna mark that middle. I'm gonna grab my little eyelet screw. And because the wood, it's just pine and it's soft, just kind of wiggle, 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 wiggle. You get it started and then just twist it in. It goes in really, really easy. If you're working on a wood slice, you have to pre-drill. They don't go into wood slices quite as easily. And then just get it twisted in there. And you can hang anything you want off of this. Again, I'm on the snowflake kick. I'm loving, I have these too. This one has a little bit more of the green look to it. So I think we'll go with this one hanging down. And I just love this bit of gold, right? The bit of gold with all the grunge. Before I get too far ahead of myself, let's dirty up the sides. I'm gonna get right in there on that burlap too. And of course, you don't have to do this part if it's not your thing. But I'm finding the more of these that I make, the grunge and then the sparkle, they kind of go together really well. I'm just gonna kind of, I don't know, let's beat up the sides a little bit and decide if I don't like it, I can put ribbon over it. What I would recommend though is if you decide to do ribbon, it's easy, that comes right out and it can go right back in, but you wanna, you know, fold it. You don't wanna have to go through 2 layers of ribbon, but hide it on the bottom. All right. Let's get a little black in here too. There we go. And once I'm done with these, Some of them, I think I'm going to spray with the Krylon. I just want some of these edges just a bit more. Get in there a little bit on the music sheet. These are very subtle. I don't know how well you guys can see all of it. It always looks better on the photo after. But it's a little jump ring. Put this on. But you could, like, look, I have this tassel and beads. Like, what if we did some, you guys see this okay? What if we did some beads and a little tassel, like, hanging off? That would be cute. Even if you had, like, the little bear. So cute, right? So there's tons of options. Tons of options. I'm just gonna put that in there. I'm gonna stick with the snowflake because that's what I have going on. And I'm just gonna close this jump ring back up with my very loved needle nose pliers, because somebody, I'm not saying any names, he may be 17 and into cars and RC cars and all of that, borrowed my little set. And I'm not sure where they are. So there's that. All right, and then let me switch, plug in my glue gun. You could, so there are smaller eyelet screws available. I had a really hard time finding the ones that I wanted, but you could eyelet up here and put some cute ribbon on or whatever. But this gift wrap, like, they just call it, what do they call it? Gift trim. So it literally, I was at Walmart, gift trim. So this was $1.68. And we could use the white. I don't really like the white alone with the grunge. I think I'd like the white over here. That would look cool. There's this glittery one, but I've been sticking to the gold because I'm just loving the way it's reflecting underneath. And you don't need a lot at all. While the glue gun is heating up. Basically cut that off, tie a little knot in the end. I can't wait to go back and read all your comments, guys. I see that out of the corner of my eyes. I see all you beautiful, lovely fellow creatives commenting and saying things, and I'm just trying not to keep you forever and ever this morning. So I do believe ribbon would look really, really pretty too, but there's, like I said, I'm kind of addicted, and I am that vintage Christmas girl. I have a beautiful collection of shiny brights. If we put up a real tree, I am, always putting on the tinsel. I have a lot of my grandmother's and my mother-in-law's ornaments from back in the day. I love, love, love. I'm eyeballing. You do you. If you're a measurer, if you're precise. I am not. Took me a long time to realize that it was okay that I'm not. Right? Because I was told, especially in college, I had to be very, very intentional. Very neat, very orderly, and it kind of, so there we go, my friends, look at that. All right, let's clean this off. Let's bring in the rest so we can see them all. We have Santa we have the tree we just did. And we have the first tree for the sample. Aren't they fun? They're just so fun. And they look so cute on a tree. So what do you guys think? Yes, no, maybe so. Oh, I see some hearts. Yay, thank you guys. Yeah, they're super fun. Like I said, backing up that piece of cardstock, if you print it on cardstock, and that it worked fine for the music sheet. Right? Let me put, I kind of like, so on this one, I used the metallics and the pearl on his sleeve and hat and some of the snow. I don't know if you guys can see that. And I haven't figured out, you know, I always come back in maybe with the gel pens or the micron and the white, maybe go in on some of these or maybe leave them. Like I said, you do you. I thought, again, that these were really super cute. You grunge this one up, but how adorable. We just, all right, kind of stuck some of, I mean, they're stickers, but the same idea with the tassel hanging down underneath and maybe the white or the glittery. How fun, right? I'm gonna do up that tree a little bit more, put some lights on it. That's with stickers, my friend. So, like, all kinds of alternatives for this project. All kinds of alternatives. But remember, fussy cut, glue on a backing, and then fussy cut again in your little trees, and then decorate them up. Like this one, I use my red gel pen. We've got the 24 karat gold. I've got those I used. There's my, oh, I got my phone leaning against it. These, I use the hearts and stars on this little tree. So when the light catches it, you can see the glitter. So just go crazy with the little details. All right, let's flip us back over and up. And hi. All right, thank you guys so much for popping on this morning. I know it was a bizarre time. I appreciate all of you that were able to pop on. If you're watching the replay or you've watched the replay, don't forget to comment. Let me know that you watched it and what you think. If you have any questions, post it here. I try to stay very on top of everything. And, or you can always direct message me. I'm Amy Murray, and you can find me at Sugar Hill Art Studios. You guys are welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So remember, if you make this project, any version of it, put it in here. Share with us. If you're uncomfortable sharing on such a large platform, send it directly to me. I love to see what you guys make. I can't wait. I do think that there's lots of potential for creativity and individuality with these. So super, super excited to see you guys. Don't forget to get in the ornament exchange. The ornament exchange is going to be so much fun. The deadline is the 15th, right, Deb, to sign up? Is that what we said, or was it the 8th? I have so many things on the calendar. So get in there. If you're not signed up, I know Deb's posted it and we'll post it again, and it should be in the announcements. I'm almost positive it is. What did I use for the base? Just the little 3x3 canvases. That way I could screw in and had some place to glue to. But you could, you could use a piece of cardboard and glue some sort of trinket at the bottom, you know. But those little 3x3 frames, this one had the ribbon on the outside. Remember, when they're hanging on Christmas trees, all the glitter, Much better. Okay, you guys, thank you. I'm sorry, this is falling. So sign up for the ornament exchange. Going to be super simple. You only make one ornament. You're going to send it to whomever there's a random exchange. So Deb's going to take a name, give a name, and yep, it's all in the information. But basically, you're going to make an ornament and send it, and you're going to receive an ornament. So how fun is that? Super fun. All right, all of you lovely ladies, I appreciate everything. This is so much fun. Keep making those ornaments, and I will see you all later. Have a beautiful and blessed day, everybody. Bye.